Okay, welcome everybody. We're baking today. I'm baking lots of pie. We need lots of pies here. I'm going somewhere I need to bring pie. First, I'm going to show you how to make pie crust. Very simple. And this is going to be good for 4 pie crusts or 2 crusts and then 2 tops, however you want to do it. So I'll put everything in the description so you don't need to write it down right now. You can screenshot it. You'll be set to go to bake your best pie at home. But we got to start with the pie crust. Afterwards, I'll have a couple of other videos where I'm baking lemon pie, probably with a nice sweet cream to top it off this time, not a meringue. And the other one's going to be a cherry pie. Why? Because I bought so many cherries, they're on sale. But first, we got to start with our pie crust. Okay, so flour. First things first, in. I've got 3 cups of flour. I pre-measured that. You guys don't need to see me measure flour. I need a pinch of salt. I'm going to put, you put up to a teaspoon. I'm going to put a half a teaspoon, okay? So about, boom, boom. Now, baking powder. Where's my spoon? So, baking powder. I need one tisp, okay? 1 tisp in on this recipe to make pie crust, okay? You don't need to do the store-bought. You can do store-bought pie crust if you want. Now, I'll just lock it in for a second, whip this up. And now I need either butter, or you can use lard, or you can use vegetable shortening. That's what I'm using today. It's got to be cold. 2 boxes. I need to cube it. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. So I need a cup. I need a cup of shortening. Let's see how much I have here. It's just better that I'll use this one. Let me measure. 1. Move this around there for a second. Now, the beauty is I'm going to be putting it in the food processor there. Cube it. You have a knife, that's fine too. It actually isn't as cold as I'd like it, okay? It should be from the fridge straight to here, but I didn't have it in the fridge long enough today. Anyways, also put it in the freezer a little bit, firm it up too. We're gonna be trying to create layers in our pie crust, and you'll see what I mean. That's the whole point of the food process. We're gonna give it a little mix-a-rooney. I have my ice water ready as well, okay? Let's give that just a little pulse-a-rooney first. And not too much, okay? We don't want to overmix it. That can be one of the problems with your pie crust. If you overmix or overhandle it. We don't want it to get hot, okay? That's would be mistake-a-rooney number 1. So I've got 2/3 of a cup of ice water. Again, in the description, you'll have the recipe. Where's my knife? We don't need the ice, just the water, okay? So I'll add in a little bit slowly. Now, I've got 2/3 of a cup, but you don't necessarily need to use it all. Just keep going until it brings it all together. It's still too dry. We know that because I haven't even put in half of the water yet, okay? Slowly add in more. And we want to keep this as cold as possible. There we go, it's starting to get together. There we go, there we go, there we go. You see how it just changed right there? A little bit more water, some aqua, low. Is that right side? Yeah, that's right side up. Just enough to bring it all together. A little bit more. A little bit more, I can just see a little bit more. Baspa. It's enough. Let's see how we did. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I have a little bit of water left. That's okay. Let's just take this off. Move this around. Now, we're not going to handle it too much. Give a little bit of flour on the board. Not too much. You don't need too much, okay? So let's remove carefully here our dough with that hook. Let's get it all out. So we just want to give this a couple of folds here. Look at that, that's nice. It's actually turned out perfect. It's not sticky, you can see, and it's not dry. This is actually perfect. We don't need to do too much. A little press. We don't want to overhandle. Press, press, and then towards you, press, and then over again, press, and one more, press, and one more this way, press, and then one more this way. Okay. let's get our cutter here. Now, this is good for 4 pies if we wanted it, 4 8 to 9 inch pies, but I'm only doing 2 with bottoms and 1 with a top. So I can actually cut this into a little bit thicker for the bottoms, and then the top I don't need as much, or I could put one in the freezer. Okay. So if I want to get this even here, bottom, bottom, top, or we go half C, half C. I think I'm going to cut it in 3, so I'll use that for one of the tops right there. I'll do it this way so you can see it. It looks like it's about even right there, even right there. Check this out. You can see how our pie crust looks. We should have layers of shortening in there. Now, what we want to do here, form it into almost a ball. Almost a ball. We don't want to overhandle this. Now this one's going to be for our top layer. So I'm going to be rolling this out later on flat. This is going to be nice and flaky, I believe, as a crust. Okay. Mold that. Press it down a little bit. Now these two are going to actually be for the bottoms. So let's roll it like this. Press. Okay. Almost like a disc. You're making a pie disc here, okay? Like a hockey puck, almost like a pizza dough. Okay, and I'm going to be putting it in the fridge for about 10 minutes to let it firm up before I go to use it. Okay. Press. Even disc. Good. Wrap these up nice and tight. Number 1. So that's it. Pie crust in a matter of minutes. Now in the fridge, about 10 minutes. Once that's firmed up, I'm going to bring it out. And I'm going to show you how exactly we get it into the pie dish. Let's go. Boom. A lot of work. So we'll do that one, I believe. And so pie crust, been in the fridge freezer for a little bit. A little bit of flour. Start. So I've got 2 pies that I'm making tonight, but this is just about the pie crust, how to finish it off and get it into your tray. So I've got a nice little disc there. I'll just get a little bit of flour to make sure it's not going to stick. Okay, we'll move that. We don't need it. Now it's time for a new rolling pin because this one is broken, but I think it's going to get through tonight. I'll just be gentle. Again, I don't want to handle this pie crust too much, okay? So roll away and then roll towards you. Roll away, then roll towards you, okay? Now, if we have flour, it shouldn't stick, so that's good there. That's good there, okay? So I've turned it halfway in, roll away, halfway in, roll towards you, roll away, halfway back, roll towards you, roll away, roll towards you. You have your pie plate. I have a pie plate somewhere. We want to make sure it goes about 1 inch around, so I'm good around the edge there, but I could use a little bit more over there. So how do we get it from here to there without it tearing? So you have your rolling pin. We'll see which side is going to fit the best. Simply roll up one side like that. Take the other side, roll it over like that. Now, just lift, place, on, and then unroll and unroll. And then we could just make sure we fit it in there as best possible once it's in the dish. Now, if our rolling pin was a little bit better, we would have made it a little bit easier, but no excuses, bake like a champion. So now just simply press it into the corners. We made it. And if there are any little tears, that's okay. Like right there, there's a little tear. Pinch that up, fold it over, okay? Excellent. So pie crust number 1, ready. Now we'll finish it off here. We're going to bake it, so we're going to get some fork holes in there. Let it breathe a little bit. Let steam escape. Don't forget the sides. Set. Now we're not done. We'll get our scissors. You can use scissors on the top, or you can simply cut around the edges like that. And you could decide how you want to finish your pie. If you want to pinch the ends, if you want to fork the ends, that's entirely up to you. This was simply the tutorial on how to make pie crust. And once we've got that trimmed, we'll go around, Make sure we've got it all. Remember, don't throw this away. We can still use that. Make sure we're good, okay? So that's our pie crust. It's in. It's ready. Trying to get a little fancy. You could take your finger. You can pinch up a little bit, okay? Decide what kind of design you want to have around the edges. Now, I want to bring this up a little bit on this crust because of that sweet cream that I'm going to put in there. Oh, that piece should have been cut out. Let's get that out of there. And we'll keep on turning and pinching. And this is part that was a little cut, so we'll just make sure that one's good. And I'm gonna keep pinching. Yeah, and it's your pie crust. You can have it as fancy or as plain as you want. I need to bake this. I'm gonna lay in that. I'm gonna lay in, this will help it from shrinking. We don't want shrinkage, okay? Have as a little weight like that. I'll pop this one in the oven. But for now, you're wondering, where the heck is the pie crust? Well, that's how to make pie crust and get it in the oven, okay? Boom! Boom! Pie crust done. Going in about 12 minutes.